Hey, what's up guys, it's Renaldo here. So this video is going to focus on Fadiel Adams, who is the leader of the National Coloured Congress, and they've got 2 seats in Parliament. Now, he is the leader of the NCC and he's also the leader in Parliament for that specific political party. Now, if you have not heard of Fadiel Adams and who he is, lucky you. But the guy is a cretin. He is somebody that is openly racist towards white people, even racist towards his own people, and have no issue to attack, belittle, and insult women publicly. Now, I'll go into a little bit of detail as to who exactly this person is. But the reason that I'm interested in all of this is when everything happened to me in 2024, I vividly remember that Fadiel Adams went to a microphone and openly called me a racist in that plenary sitting. And here we are 2 years later, and he is now in police custody. Karma is a bitch, and karma is real. And I'm smiling ear to ear because here I am 2 years later, vindicated, and here you are currently in a prison cell. But with that being said, let me explain a little bit to the person that Fadiel Adams is. Now, I asked Grok to just give us a little bit of insight, and Grok came up with the February incident in which Adams posted a 9-minute video attacking a female DA member whom he accused of endangering his children by linking him to a gang funeral, Cape Town Mayor Jordan Lewis and the DA. The language was extremely vulgar, racist and sexist, resulting in a parliamentary ethics investigation, a 15-day suspension, salary docking, and a forced public apology in the National Assembly. So what are the key excerpts from the video as detailed? Well, referred to a colored woman as a dung, colored mothers P and N. I'm not going to even say that other phrase because I don't want the Human Rights Commission to come after me again. But if you look at what he said over here, I mean, that is racist to your own culture. Then he said that, jou vuil ma se peer, 'n smetterige vark, 'n colored mother effer, and yeah. This is from a member of parliament, ladies and gentlemen. This is somebody that earns 120,000 Rand a month. This is the language that this person uses. So he accused some colored people of being so desperate to fit white sexual reproduction organs into our mouths. Do you see what's going on here? Like, this is the type of person that at the moment is a member of parliament in South Africa. Now, you can go on and you can go and research this on your own, but I just wanted to illustrate the type of person he is. Now, with that being said, why was he arrested? Well, it is because in 2017, the Secretary General of the ANC Youth League was assassinated, and then a couple of years later, they found that Fadiel was interacting with the person that was ultimately convicted and sentenced of murdering this individual that was the Secretary General. So the police have arrested him for involving himself, so obstructing of justice, and also fraud. Now, they haven't made the charges specifically clear as to exactly what their case is or what they're going after, but it is obstruction of justice and it is fraud, and they've linked it to the fact that there was an interaction between him and the person that was eventually found guilty of killing this individual. So with that being said, it's quite serious charges, especially for a member of parliament and somebody that's got a shoddy track record in parliament. You know, I mean, the irony, of course, is that in 24, this guy called me a racist for using a word hyperbolically 14 years prior. But then in 2025, this guy goes out and just called colored people the derogatory term and your master peers and all of that. I mean, you know, this is what I fail to understand, and that is what makes me a little bit bitter to this day, is that I was told that I'm not of the caliber type of person that should be in parliament. But yet this guy is in parliament. Julius Malema is in parliament. Andile Mngxitama is in parliament. There are so many criminals and corrupt individuals in parliament, but yet somebody that used a hyperbolic word to make a point is apparently not of that standard. But let's listen to what he has to say, because the media managed to find him before the SAPS did, and they found him at the parliamentary village. And as somebody that lived in the parliamentary village, the SAPS patrols the village. It's a national key point, meaning the SAPS officers are always there. So he would have had to driven past them, showed them his identity, and then still go to his house. And only after the media found that he was there and they made a big hoo-ha about it, that the police come and arrest him. So this is actually taking place as the police finally arrived and arrested him. Let's have a look.
I'm not intimidated. I'm not scared, and I'm coming. If I survive this night, you and I are gonna dance. So,
is he on tick or something? What does he think they're gonna do? Does he think he's gonna get waterboarded or something tonight? Wow, this guy's got my friend. They're just going to arrest you because you failed to appear in court like you should have.
If you're planning on killing me, this is the time to do it.
Fadiel, do you understand the implications should a court of law find you guilty to what SAPS is alleging, and the political implications thereof?
You know what? Forget the political implications, man. Can we focus on the criminal aspect? And can anybody tell me if there's indeed a criminal aspect? My attorney sitting with recordings, paperwork, that proves everything. Even the charges that they're bringing against me. Even the MP, let me rather get my book. Anyway.
I don't know why. Why do you want to keep quiet now? Why didn't you just tell us everything? How did you know about all of these things? Who informed you? Because the last time I checked, you shouldn't actually be aware of what they are charging you with. But yet, for some magic reason, you know all the secrets. Remember, this is the same guy that has consistently attacked General Mkwanazi. You know, the guy that exposed all the corruption in the SAPS and the justice system. This guy has non-stop attacked Mkwanazi for what he has done. And the question you have to ask yourself is, why?
Do you feel like you're being targeted, Fadiel, because of your testimony in particular that came out in the ad hoc committee speaking to happenings within KwaZulu-Natal?
Well, General Kumalo is the man I mentioned at the ad hoc committee. General Kumalo is the commander. You tell me if I'm targeted. General Kumalo signed off the budget for them to come here. You tell me if I'm targeted.
Fadiel, are you really okay? I mean, you say that you're okay, but are you really okay? How are you doing?
Look, I'm concerned because my kids are obviously crying right now. But other than that, I'm okay. I'm good.
Yeah. You're only worried about your children when you get arrested, but you don't worry when you call other people their massa stuff and like derogatory terms. Then apparently it's all right. You know what? Good riddance to bad rubbish. I hope that they come after you completely, because you have been somebody that is willing to kick people when they are down, belittle, attack and insult people, go after women, go and attack and insult children, and then be racist. And then, of course, the height of the irony is that in 2024, this guy called me a racist, when in actual fact, in 2025, and many times after and before that, he has been caught saying very racist things. And the fact that it's the Political Killings Task Team that arrested him tells you that this is quite severe. So let's see how this unfolds, but I don't have any sympathy for this man. This is somebody that's willing to kick people when they are down and to just create a narrative when there is none. So I'm sorry for not feeling sympathetic towards him, but that is because his actions have led to many people not feeling sorry for him and actually want this to happen. Now, of course, I'm on the side of justice. I'm on the side of that you need to prove a case, and then if you are found guilty, that you have to face the music. So let's see what happens here. But just as a character and based on what he's done and said before, I think that there is some merit to this case, especially if you are such a vulgar human being. But anyway, to conclude this video, Fadiel Adams, kry vir jou papa, en ek hoop papa wag vir jou, because you had a lot to say with my drama that was actually no drama, and here you are now involved in actual obstruction of justice and fraud. Those are far more serious claims than alleged racist utterings, don't you think? But anyway, karma's a bitch, and your time has come up to face the music. Good luck with that. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to smash that like button, share this video far and wide. Don't forget to subscribe. It's absolutely free. It won't cost you anything. However, if you'd like to financially support this channel, you can do it by two ways. You can either give a super thanks by hitting the $ below and choosing an amount, or you can become a member to this channel by clicking the join button below, and that comes with its own perks. Thank you very much. That's all I gotta say. Till later. Cheers and peace out.
You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. My massacre. You don't even know me, but every time you see me, you say I wear my massacre. My massacre.